Hello everyone, I am Nathalie and welcome to HiveMind, where the busiest bees buzz about business brilliance. Today's interview teaches the importance of business communication and technical writing across professions. The skills are not just about writing, they are also about building understanding, solving problems, and ensuring that ideas are delivered effectively. In industries such as education, engineering, business, and beyond, they help professionals work more effectively and deliver better results. Through this discussion, we'll hear directly from a professional about their experiences, strengths, and challenges in using the skills and why they are essential in their career. Buzzing with us today is an esteemed, dedicated elementary teacher from Our Lady of Lourdes College. He is also a fellow alumni of Our Lady of Fatima University from Bachelor of Elementary Education, Batch 2024. He is also the current advisor of Our Lady of Lourdes College's Angklung Group and Red Cross Youth. With almost 2 years of experience in the teaching industry, he has worked with business communication and technical writing in ways that impact his daily work. From drafting documents and to communicating to his colleagues, he's here to give us a closer look at how business communication and technical writing shape his work. Please give it up for Mr. Brian Jane O. Peña. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to buzz with you today, Mr. Peña. How are you?
I'm fine. Katatapos lang gumawa ng grade ng mga bata. Kaya medyo nangangarag pa tayo. No? Pagdating din sa schedule and yung pagising sa umaga and preparation. So, okay naman tayo. Man.
Okay, so first of all, can you tell us about your experiences in creating business communication and writing technical papers in your profession?
So, thank you. Within my 2 years experiences, no, pagdating sa aking experiences, masasabi ko na hindi siya ganun, no, madali. Dahil this is a real life situation, real life scenario. So this is not just a game, no? Hindi na siya laro. Kumbaga nakikipaglaro ka na sa tunay na buhay. So ito within the premises, no, I already experienced on how to deal with the parents, the stakeholders, mga bata, no, kung paano makipag-usap din sa kanila, and also the dissemination, pagdating sa dissemination ng mga information sa mga bata, and yung kung paano inaayos ang isang event within the school, yung kung paano namin ma-handle, yung paggawa ng grades, and also the lesson plan, weekly lesson plan. So, hindi, kumbaga sa pinapakita sa media, hindi lang siya yun eh. Kumbaga kala kasi ng mga ibang tao, turo lang, tapos uwi na, hindi. So, maraming the Our Lady of Lourdes College will teach you a lot. So, naturuan ako ng school kung paano hawakan, no, to gather my experience, to hone also my skills na meron ako ngayon.
Moving on to my second question, what would you say are your strengths in writing business communication and technical papers?
So, within that question, no, so, when I have business communications, hindi ko muna iniisip eh. Hindi ko muna siya, nag-iisip naman, pero yung sabihin nating, yung formal letter muna. So, pagtapos ko gumawa ng letter, no, ng message sa kanila, is I question, no, question ko yung self ko, kung ano yung mga, what are the possible, no, na posibleng itanong sa'yo nung letter na sasendan mo. No? Yung sinasabi nilang frequently asked questions. So, doon pa lang, nalilesen yung possible na i-reply mo doon sa receiver, yung sa receiver ng message. No? Mas nalilesen siya. And, mas nagiging specific, naka-specified na siya. So, para hindi na magko-question yung magulang, okay, nandito na yung details. So, hindi na ako magtatanong pa kasi nandun na yung message. So, sa pangalawa, no, hindi ko inaalis, I don't lose the respect within my stakeholders, no, with the parents and to the teachers, co-teachers, no. One time ganito nangyari. Dahil nga grade 2 advisor ako, no, one time ganito nangyari. May parent na bumili ng libro, tas yung libro pala na yun ay hindi pala kakailanganin. So, nag-hysterical siya agad siya. no? Bakit di naman pala kailangan 'tong libro, binili-bili pa namin. So, sa pakikipag-usap ko sa kanya, I maintain my composure, no? Paano ko na pag-uusap sa kanya. As a teacher pa rin, no? Maintain ko yung respect niya kahit minsan medyo below the belt na yung mga nasabi niya sa akin nun. And that's how na-receive ko yung respect ng other parents sa akin na kahit anong gawin nila sa akin. Kung paano ako mag-reply sa tao, professional pa rin. Pangatlo, no? I ano ba yung pangatlo? I rely also on my humor. No, yung humor na meron ako. No, kasi pag nakikipag-usap ako, konting humor, no, so that I can lessen the barrier na meron kami ng parent para hindi rin ng mga bata, ng co-teachers, ng bata, ng parent. So para ma-lessen yung barrier na meron kami at mas mapaigting namin yung confidence namin sa isa't isa. So, ayun yung strength na meron ako. Ayun.
Wow, thank you so much for that wonderful answer. So now moving to my third question. Since you have mentioned your strengths, what would you say are your weaknesses or the aspects that you wish or you think that you need to improve in writing business communication and technical papers?
So, ayun. Within my weaknesses naman, so move on tayo sa weaknesses. One of my weaknesses, pero actually, ang weaknesses kasi hanggat hindi mo siya naaral weakness siya. No? So, kaya nga tayo nagagather ng experience kasi if if you're lacking experience, no, you are weak. So, yun sabi niya. So, sa una pa lang, I lack experience within the information. No? Kasi minsan, naglalak tayo sa information. So, dito muna tayo sa pinakataas, yung mga coordinators. So, maghihintay muna ako ng ilang araw, no? Sabihin natin oras la minuto, bago ko i-disseminate yung information sa kanila. Kasi, ayokong magsalita ng hindi galing mismo sa kanila. Kasi pag nagsalita tayo, tas hindi naman pala nila sinabi, is malilid natin yung mga bata or yung mga parents sa hindi dapat nila mapag-usapan pa. So, yung parang confidential, no? Minsan nagkakataon na nalilate yung pagde-disseminate ko ng information kasi nga late yung isa, so damay-damay kami lahat. So, hindi pwedeng hindi manggaling sa akin. Dapat galing muna sa kanila. So, yun, isa yun sa weaknesses ko. Minsan naglalak ako sa information. Nagkukulang ako sa informasyon, no? Kaya nagpipigil ako na ibigay sa kanila lahat. So, pangalawa, no, I cannot give my 100% to a small group. Kasi pag nagturo ka sa if you are catering, no, or give accommodation to your group, no, sabihin natin class, may isa diyan na kunyari sabihin natin na may problema, no, hindi siya kunyari sabihin natin hindi siya marunong magbasa or magsulat or something, may problema dun sa parent. Hindi natin siya agad-agad ma-accommodate kasi marami sila. So I cannot give my 100% dun sa iisang tao nito or sabihin natin dalawa. So, I cannot give my 100%. Kailangan pantay-pantay pa rin sila. So, sa madaling salita, hindi ko kaya mag-give ng special treatment. Yun.
So, thank you so much again for that. My last question would be, in your profession, what do you think is the value of business communication and writing technical papers?
So, pagdating dyan, no, when it comes to making business communication, it remarks to yourself. So, kung paano ka makipag-usap sa tao, yun yung titignan sa'yo. Kung maayos siya makipag-usap, ay, sabihin natin matalino tong tao, maayos makipag-usap, professional. If you're writing professional, the other people will think you will act professional. No, it embodies with yourself. Yun yung may ingrain sa utak nila na maayos makipag-usap si ganto, si ganyan. No, si Sir Peña maayos makipag-usap sa magulang, marunong makipag-ayos sa co-teachers niya. Yun yung magre-remark sa sarili mo, no? It creates your personality, no? And yung vision ng mga tao sa iyo. Pangalawa, no? It builds connection to the other people. No, kasi pag hindi ka nakikipag-communicate, malilesen yung circle mo, no? Mas hindi ka nila lalapitan, mas hindi ka nila pagtutuunan ng pansin, and lalong-lalo na, posibleng mawalan sila ng respeto sa'yo. Kasi hindi ka nakikipag-communicate eh. You're not within. Kumbaga parang sa madaling salita, hindi ka nila ramdam. Mas maganda kasi nararamdaman ka nila. Mas maganda yung may pake ka sa kanila, may concern, kumbaga. Kasi pag wala kang concern sa mga bata, sa mga parents, hindi ka matatawag na na you are within the community. No? And pangatlo, last but not the least, no? It trains, pagdating sa technical writing, it trains you on how to minimize the errors. It gives you lessons, kumbaga. Mas, pag nagkamali ka, it will gives you a lesson. So, hindi mo na siya gagawin ulit. So, pag nagkamali ka, hindi mo siya gagawin ulit. So, it gives you a valuable lessons. Okay lang na, sabi nga nila kumbaga parang sa sapatos, na pag hindi mo pag hindi mo siya nagagamit, or sa sapatos, sabihin natin sa sapatos, ang sapatos na malinis, ano ba itsura ng sapatos na bago? Malinis, walang bahay ng gasgas, ibig sabihin wala pa siyang nilalakad. Gayon din sa tao. Kapag hindi pa siya nagkakamali, basta alam mo na siguro ibig sabihin nun. So, yun lang, Miss Natalie. Ayun lang. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peña, for granting me the time to do this discussion with you despite your busy schedule. I greatly value your time and insights toward this discussion. So, from our conversation, I learned that business communication and knowing how to create technical papers is a crucial skill to hone in the teaching industry as this creates a good first impression for between your workplace and the stakeholders. I also acknowledge how you highlighted that time builds experiences, and these experiences shapes you not only as a person but also a professional. This shows us that business communication and technical writing are not just about writing. They are about clarity, professionalism, and ensuring ideas are delivered effectively. No matter the profession, these skills help us work better and achieve more. So can you give us a little message to all aspiring future educators who may be listening or watching right now?
Okay, thank you. For the aspiring future educators, no? So, una pa lang, gusto ko lang itanong sa inyo, or itanong nyo rin mismo sa sarili nyo na kung gusto nyo ba talaga magturo. Kasi, this is the reality, no? Kasi last time, I observed a fourth year educator, once he demonstrated his last demonstration to us, I asked him this one question, no? Gusto mo ba talaga mag-teacher? Then, he said, sinabi niya sa akin na hindi. So, doon pa lang, nalalaman natin, no, na minsan kasi kaya lang naman nila gusto mag-teacher is because dahil sa degree, gusto nila matapos yung taon na meron sila sa kolehiyo, and also the monetary na matatanggap nila once they pass the licensure. So, this is the reality. May mga teacher na nakapasa sa board, nakapasa sa screening, pero hindi sila magaling magturo. So, ako, and I don't brag myself. Di sabi na brag ko yung sarili ko. Pero, may isang coordinator nagsabi sa akin na kita niya sa akin yung experience and how I teach my students. No? Also may city, yung cooperative teacher ko, yun na din sinabi sa akin. And yung last time na pinag-OJT-han ko during my college years, kung paano ko magturo sa mga bata, is nakita nila sa akin yung parang ang tagal ko nang nagtuturo. Yun din sinabi sa akin ng mga past teachers ko. Parang ang tagal ko na nagtuturo kasi kung how I report, how I deliver my report is nagigets ng mga tao kung paano ko magturo. So, ang payo ko sa mga aspiring is bago kayo pumasok sa kolehiyo, make sure na gusto nyo talaga yung gagawin. So, 100% sure na you want to teach because within the heart, and within the mind, and within the spirit, and kaya mo ba din pangatawanan yung sarili mo? Kasi ika nga nila, no, nagkakamali lang isang bagay kapag hindi mo pinatunayan. So, nagkakamali ka lang kapag hindi mo pinatunayan isang bagay. So, ayun lang yung mapapayo ko sa kanila to all the educators. So, yun lang.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Brian Jane Peña, and thank you to everyone who was with us today here at Hive Mind, where the busiest bees buzz about business brilliance. Bye!